Okay. Coming into your own body, feeling what it feels like to be you in your body mind system. Sounds like some kind of like, I don't know. So often the way that we talk about body is really like a factory or a war or something like. So coming into our body mind, the organic living system of our existence and the thing that we will experience the whole time that we're here on the planet is being here in this body. So that's an invitation to have a nicer relationship with yourself, to take care of your body mind system. So, we're going to do some coherent breathing. We're going to do some lymph flush and movement as usual. Yeah, soft focus. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. All right, let's start with coherent breathing. Coherent breathing means we are inhaling and exhaling at the same rate. So, we're going to inhale up and down in the 6 count. Exhale everything out. Take a little shake and bounce just as a prep. And then inhale, opening 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale up. 2, 3, 4. Chest and heart opening. 6. Exhale down. 2. Rounding your energy, coming into the earth. 6. Inhale up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale down. 2. So we're in the vertical plane right now. Again, up, opening up through the vertical plane. We've got our up, down, and our side, side. Exhale down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale up. If you need to find yourself, come into the vertical plane. Exhale down. Or if you need to ground yourself, come down to earth. But we can do that in this. Just here's the vertical dimension, the up and down. We add some side, side, and we have the vertical plane. We are now going to move through the sagittal plane, the wheel plane, front, back, up, down. So one arm is going to go forward, the other arm is going to go back. Here we go. Exhale out, inhale up. 2, 3, 4. They meet at the top. 6 and change coming down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale up. 2. Working on the flow of your movement so that it stays really steady. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Even flow. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale down. 3, 4, 5. Change direction. Other one forward. 2, 3, 4. Meeting at the top. 6. Changing down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale up. 2. Try to be halfway by 3, 4, 5. Meet at 6. Come down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Take it up. 4, 5, 6. Exhale down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to go through the horizontal a little bit different. We're going to go with front and back. So we will open into the back space with the arms, front space with the chest, and then we're going to hollow and round. Exhale everything out. Inhale, open. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, closed. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the arms are moving in the horizontal plane, but the body, the torso is still kind of moving in the sagittal. 4, 5, 6. Open up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And close. 2, 3, 4, head tail connection. 6, inhale, open. 2, 3, 4, keep opening. 6, exhale, closed. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I feel like just finding a flow and a rhythm where you're really moving evenly is an incredibly helpful thing for humans, right? A lot of times we're all over the place, but like, let's settle. Let's settle into this rhythm. All right, we'll do the lymph flush from there. So rubbing your hands together, getting some energy into your hands. Good to do the lymph flush every day, clearing your system, detoxifying your system. Lymphatic fluid detoxifies your system. Taking your right hand to your left clavicle, and you're going above and below your collarbone. And there's some new people that have popped up on my channel. So thanks for leaving comments. Barry, there's Elisa. Liza, you're always great at commenting. I appreciate it. Yeah. So getting subclavian vein, where the lymphatic fluid returns back into the blood flow before filtering out through your body, is right there under that clavicle. So we want to move that tissue and not jam it, but give it a chance to have this flow of movement. Breathing. Same thing on the other side, left hand to your right collarbone. The reason we want to start on the left side is because the left side of our body is filtering 3/4 of that lymphatic fluid. The right side is just doing 1/4, but it is doing the cisterna which is your biggest lymph node. Doesn't matter if you remember any of this stuff, but for some people it's interesting. And some people know far more than me about it. So wherever you are on that spectrum, do the lymph flush regularly. Up around your angle of your jaw. But I'm going to do both sides at the same time. Very gentle, little gentle touching in. I'm going all the way around the angle of my jaw. But I have been feeling a little congested in the past couple of days. So I had a dream about it too. I had a dream that like I had this huge um blockage in this lymph flow coming down my sternocleidomastoid, and they had like these little balloons. That's what it feels like a little bit. So I want to be really gentle in here, not injuring myself, not ripping anything apart, but gently massaging the tissue and mobilizing the little lymph nodes in the fascia. So this is our sternocleidomastoid, this big muscle right here, the one that I in my dream had balloons for. We're just going to draw down from your ear down towards your collarbone on one side. There's a lot of lymph on above and below that. So we want to make sure that that is clearing easily. You can even go up around your ear and draw down, right? So at night when we sleep, the glial lymph is doing its job. One reason why we need to sleep, so that your brain can detoxify. Same thing on the other side. And here it's morning. So if it's morning for you, but even if it's night, doesn't matter. We still want to make sure these pathways are open. All right, coming into our face. Right next to your nose, just above your nostril, should be like a little teeny indentation, place where your finger kind of fits. If it feels tender, be very gentle. I'm just circling around in that place. You can squish up your face, open it up. Lemon, pumpkin face. And then I'm going to come a little further down, right underneath my cheekbone. I'm going to go with sort of the flat of my finger and make little circles there. This is the attractive part. I have to say that YouTube has gotten just incredibly good at making diabolically awful thumbnails. And oftentimes I'm too lazy to make another thumbnail. So this would probably be a good one. Like, get me when I'm making a real weird face. They used to do pretty good thumbnail pics, and now they're just awful. It's hilarious. All right, shake that out. Rub your hands together. 10 little dragons running through the forest. Just mobilizing your scalp, mobilizing the skin over your cranium in any way that feels good and interesting to you. But trying to really become complete, work the whole area. Maybe yawning. As you're doing this, you could take in the space around you in a very gentle way with your eyes. So, kind of panning the horizon line. We're just kind of stacking some of these exercises together, but panning the horizon line and just giving your brainstem the information that you are safe. Safe enough. Nothing horrific is about to happen to you. Your nervous system can now just downregulate a little bit and have more vitality and flow, less tension and frozenness, right? That's the information we give ourselves when we look around and we see, oh, I'm okay, I'm safe. All right, coming into the next place, it is K27 points just below your clavicle, little circles. There should be like a little indentation where your fingers just fit. Calling your energy back to yourself. So if you spend a lot of time worrying about things, worrying about politics, worrying about your family, worrying about your relationship, worrying about your job, all those basic things that people are worrying about, let go of that for just this hour if you can and bring yourself into your own system. Just working to heal your own system or to be present with your own system. Doesn't have to be healing, just to work with your own system. Everything. I'm on my healing journey. That's life. That's called life. That's what we're doing this whole time, trying to figure it all out. Maybe we're on a healing journey. There's nothing wrong with that. But it seems to have been commodified. The healing journey is commodified. All right, let's give it a little thymus thump. Oh, let out some sound. Healing journeys are welcome. We all need them. I am particularly in need of a healing journey today as I feel a little stuffed up and congested. Oh, that is my very Libra way of saying all the things, all points, all sides. Taking your right hand to your armpit pec on the left. Right hand to left armpit pec, giving it a squish and a squeeze. Not too intense. Again, if things are hurting, then go gentle, but we have a whole bunch of lymph nodes. If you look at a picture on the Google of your lymphatic system, you will see that in here we're doing the flush in the places where there are really dense areas of lymph nodes. Lymph flow. Take it to the other side. Hello, body. Let's be healthy together. Let's continue this healing journey and heal. All right, let's take it in. We're going to do this. You're just going to go like right at the bottom of your ribs. There's a little teeny nudge. Call your xiphoid process. Maybe you can feel it, maybe you can't. I can't feel mine, but some people you can feel it. So it's right there in the bottom of your ribs. You're just going to play the piano very gently all the way down the bottom of your ribs and out. So come in there, little piano playing under the ribs, kind of pulling outward. Hello, belly. Playing the piano just under the ribs, giving that some movement, liver and spleen getting some movement. Ah, yes. And then we're just going to do a little tap on there, tapping in a gentle way. So we're mixing a few different systems, right? There's some lymphatic stuff that I learned from Dr. Perry Nicholson, and then a bunch of other lymphatic people that I'm following. And then there's also some energy work. Let's come into our cisterna chyli, and we're just going to tap in. And what did we start out with? A little pranayama, coherent breathing, a little breath work. And every day is a different day in your body. So we want to have some variety in what we're doing, movement wise. So I'm just pulsing in and up. Cisterna chyli is very deep into your body. The more deep diaphragmatic breathing you do, the more you're squishing around your lymphatic fluid, but also your cisterna chyli. Coming into the inguinal fold, lymph points right here, right next to your junk. What a weird thing to call our, our anatomy, our junk. Well, listen, think about language, right? Think about how, oh, what does that tell us about our feelings about our body? Here's my junk. But I kind of think it's funny, so I like these things anyway. All right, taking it down, hands behind your knees, right behind the eye of your knee. And then we're going to let that go and just bounce the whole thing. Bounce it out, shake it out, free flow your body, add some twisting in your shake, have a party in your body, celebrate. When is the last time you jumped up and down in celebration? It's usually, I think, people only pretty much do it now when they're watching sports or ecstatic dancing or going to a concert, right? So these are the ways that our culture gets together, co-regulates with other people in their tribe. If you have other ways that you do that, let me know in the comment section. All right, shake it out, let it go. Ah, okay. Hands on our shoulders. We're gonna make big circles. Circling, mobile, and I'm bending my knees, and I'm circling as big as I can. So there's a little bit of a circling the elbows, a little bit of a cat-cow in my body, and change direction up and over, mobilizing that shoulder girdle, rotator cuff. Good. Shake it out. Circle one shoulder and then the other. Let's just be kind of loose, not putting more tension in your body, but like ease on down the road style. Ease on down the road. The Whiz. That is an old reference for people probably over 50. Check it out. All right, and then go the both together the other way. A little more even flow. Let your scapula really move around on your back. Ah. And then let's open wide, circles with your pelvis. Let this mobilize your feet. Feet moving on the floor. Change direction other way. Stick out your butt. Reach with your tail and then reach with your pubic bone. So think of really like I could just think I'm circling my pelvis, or I can think my pubic bone is really circling around the front, tailbone circling around the back, right? So then I'm coming from a different perspective, the way I'm thinking about it. Good. And let's come in. We're going to do a little bit for our uh, ankles and feet. So what we're going to do is bend, straighten, push up and down. Bend, straighten, press, and lower. Knees over your toes, push, lower, bend, straighten, press, down, bend, straighten. See how my ankles are right between my knees and the balls of my feet? Try not to let them pop out, right? We want to make sure the ankles are really tracking in that center line. Knees going out over your toes, feet parallel, feeling the relationship of your feet into the earth, into the ground, the energy of the earth coming up through your legs. To shut a door. And then we're going to change it to a slight turned out position. So let's start with our legs right together. Baby first position, baby turnout. You're just going to press up and lower down. Press up, lower down. Let your heels come apart. Legs are straight. Push. Head is going straight up to the ceiling and lower, up and down, up and down and up. And now we're going to do it even weirder. You're going to keep your heels touching. You're not going to go that high. Maybe bring your feet in just a little bit up and down. Feel your inner thighs really firing up and down, up and down. You're not going to go as high because if you go higher, your feet are going to separate. 4 more, 3, inner thighs, 2, and 1. Good. Open that up, shake it out, shake your butt, Shake, 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 shake. And then turning your feet out, knees over your toes, and press it up. I could have just worn shorts, right? Instead of pulling my pants up like this. I don't I need to go shopping and get some more shorts. It's gotten very warm here of late. Knees over your toes, you're holding the space, hands are slightly in front of you, working the muscles of the legs and your butt. 5, 4. Let's take our arms up as we go down. 3, 2, breathing into the body. 1. We're going to go down and stay. You're going to pop one heel and then the other. 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 See if you can do both heels. Up and down. Up and down. Up. If not, just keep going with one and then the other. 2 more. Last one. Good. Parallel. Fold forward. Bend from one side to the other. Let your head hang. Shifting your weight. Breathe. And then come into center. We're going to take our hands inside of our feet, bend your knees over your toes. You're trying to come to a flat back in that position with the bent knees. If you're really tight, you could put something on the floor in front of you, or even put your hands on a chair and do this. Bend and stretch. Bend and stretch. Knees over your toes, butt to the ceiling. Over your toes, butt to the ceiling. Plie and stretch. Plie and stretch. 2 more. Last one. Bend your knees, roll it all the way up, coming up to the top. All right, now I am warm enough to take off the outer layer. Let's do one more thing up here with internal external rotation. So internal rotation, spiraling in, spiraling out. Let's keep this just in, out. Vertical in your spine for right now. Out, rotate in, rotate out. Giving all that tissue in your arms and legs all the way into the rotator cuff, all the way into the hip socket, this really diverse range of motion with that internal external rotation. Good. Then we're going to change it. You're going to go up and you're going to curl in, arch. So it's a cat-cow with internal rotation, opening chest and lungs, external rotation. Turn it in, turn it out, rotate in, rotate out, rotate in, rotate out. Last one, in and out. Welcome to modern dance class. Let's take it down to the floor. Sitting in a cross-legged position. Let's mobilize our organs for a second, just gently circling around, breathing, using your breath. Mobilizing your spine, mobilizing this relationship, head, cranium, ribs, pelvis. So all of those 3 big bony structures are moving, right? What hold the brain, the heart, and the guts? We want them all to be in a coherent relationship. Change direction, circling the other way. Or if you're just getting down there, just alternate one side and then the other, right? So coherence means that our body is working in alignment with itself. We aren't driving the car with the brakes on. We are, see, there's another mechanical reference for our bodies. Oh, well, we love it. So it means that our thinking, our feeling, and our sort of instinct are in alignment, or another way would be our heart and our respiration and our hormones and our digestion are all working together. right? Coherence, body is working together. That's why we do that call in, call yourself into yourself, really be present with yourself throughout the workout so that you have some time where your organism is working in coherence with itself, working together with itself. Stretching from side to side, letting your head go off vertical. Again, we can feel these three big bony structures, our pelvis, very stable on the ground, our rib cage moving, and our head moving even more as we make this really nice C curve from our sit bone to our fingertips. Breathing. We can't forget the side body, right? That's got to be part of the mix. Stretching it, strengthening it, all the things. Let's go sideways and circle it forward, changing arms, and inhale, open it up. Other way. Side stretch, taking it forward, around, and open. Letting your head lengthen away from your tail. For me, this is one of my happy back exercises. There are certain things that, like, if I do them regularly, my back is a lot happier. This is one of them. We're going to change it after this one. Come up. Let's do an exciting lean back, stretch out your legs, fold them in. Dancerly way of changing legs. So the non-dominant leg is in front. Let's start with the circles again, but this time even smaller. Just think of your pelvis making these small little circles. Think of this more, instead of on this big sort of bone muscle level, think of it like in the gut body, in the gut body, in the heart and lungs, even in your nervous system and your brain. Very gentle and soft little circles. Feeling that relationship between your pelvis, your ribs, and your head and your cranium. Change direction. Doesn't have to be big, just small and gentle. As if you are giving the fluid in your body a chance to renegotiate the inner spaces. Doesn't have to be big. Kind, gentle, friendly. Sometimes subtlety has a much more, sometimes subtlety is much more effective when working with our bodies. Like, oh, I did something small and then I was able to like integrate and adjust, as opposed to I was forcing it into this massive thing. Of course, I like to do both, but sometimes we need the softer, gentler stuff to really nourish our system. All right, switching to the side stretch. We're just going to take this a little bit differently. Side, take it over your knee, hang out there for a breath. Bring it into center. Take it to your other knee. Really feel into your body with that breath. Is there anything you can let go of? Take it to the side and open it up, dropping into your own best approximation of your awareness, the part of you that's always been there since you were born, the part of you that's having the experience of being a person. Drop into that and bring that into your movement. Take it to the side or feel into it. Be present from that level as you're moving. Very meditative, right? Very present with yourself. And then as you're in there, like, what can I let go of in here? Whenever I ask myself that, inevitably there's stuff that goes, oh, I can soften a little bit. Take it to the center. Especially here, take it to the other knee. Feel your breath. Invite your body to soften and release. Take it back to the side stretch and open it up. Yeah, so we're doing so many different things with our body in this class with, some of them are more subtle, some of them are more gross. Some of them are more obvious. Some of them are more like, what was the point of that? Often, I just had a nice release in my sacrum. Often, the more subtle ones are really the ones that help us the most. But it depends on what we're doing and what we need at any given time. Let's take our hands down by our side, lift the pelvis up, circles with your hips. So we did these circles standing. Think of the same thing here. Think of your tailbone reaching into the back space, your pubic bone reaching into the front space. So pubic bone to the ceiling, tailbone toward the floor. Let those two body parts be the organizers of this movement. And then change direction, go the other way. Again, staying present with yourself as you're moving. And then come into center. Let's lift the heels up and lower them down, and then lift the balls of the feet and the toes up and lower. Heels lift, lower, foot lifts, lower. Heels lift, toes lift. Heels lift. Well, it's really a whole flex of your foot, dorsiflexion. Is that dorsiflexion or is it plantar flexion? One or the other. Well, we're going back and forth through both plantar flexion and dorsiflexion. And release. Roll it all the way down to the floor. Soften into the ground. Take your knees into your chest. Let's just take our nose up to our knees for a second. Curl into a little ball. Hug yourself in there. And then come down, circles with your knees. Easy circles. Breathe. Having a moment of gratitude and appreciation for having a body at all. Sometimes we really objectify our bodies and we think there's all these problems and this is wrong and that is wrong. But we're just here having an experience of being in a body. So aren't we lucky to have arrived in a human body on the planet? The likelihood of being born is it's a miracle that it happened. So hands on your knees, circles, and that it turned out to be you. It's you in there. Circling your legs away from each other, change direction. So having a moment of appreciation for that. And then it can be directly followed by a moment of forgiveness to yourself. I forgive myself for all the mean things I did to myself. And then maybe even to other people. Open it up. Or all the mistakes I made, all the things I did wrong. Oops. After it's done, let it go. Right? Let it go. And then we're going to close onto one side. Soften into the floor. Slowly unfurl. Open yourself up onto your back. Stretch it out and close it onto the other side. Going slow. Slow flow. Finding an evenness of your movement. So to find this evenness of the flow, we want to take out like the time. So we're not speeding up and slowing down. We're just going slow. As soon as we close, we start to open seamlessly without any huge jerks, fits, or starts. Finding a sense of flow in your movement, not unlike that coherent breathing that we were doing at the beginning. Finding a sense of coherence, coordination, and coherence. And if this movement is new to you, it might take a while to find that coherence, although everybody in my Zoom room has done this a million times. But it's different to do the movement and focus on that even flow than it is just to roll around. So even flow, opening and closing. And then inhaling as I open and exhaling as I close. This is our last one. Open it up and close and come back onto your back. Let's grab, if you have a set of weights, or like I'm just going to use my weighted ball. It's an 8-pound ball. You could use like 1 5-pound weight or whatever you got. We're going to do circles around our body. So anytime we're working with like circular movement, it's very different than like straight kind of spoke-like movement, right? So when we're circling, it requires generally, often, our tissues are getting a little bit more massage and wringing out, right? It's not so linear. And it's the circular movement that is probably happening a lot in actual life when you're doing things, as opposed to just linear movement. Like we aren't very linear. We might feel like we are, but we're not. Knock your knees together, circle around your body. Inhale, open, exhale as you come up, using your breath. And change direction, go the other way. Three-dimensional movement. We've got our up, down, our side, side, our forward, backward. Two more. Good. And then get rid of your weight. I'm going to do something a little more kind of Pilates-ish. One leg comes in, one leg reaches out. Just a little pulse, pulse. Nose toward your knee. But if your neck gets tired, just return your head to the floor. So I'm going to probably do like 3 or 4 with my head up, and then 3 or 4 with my head down. I'm going to go back and forth so that my neck and shoulders don't add more stress. Switching it to a flexed foot, reaching out through your heel, lengthening through your leg, awakening that whole leg. Last set, 4 more. And relax. Shake everything out. Jiggle. Free up your head tail connection. And come down. Open your feet so they're slightly wider than your sticky mat, internally rotating one leg at a time, spiraling in. Again, really getting that three-dimensional movement. And by that, I mean internal, external rotation in the legs and in the legs, in the hips, in the back. We're spiraling in. So the other knee doesn't want to just totally open up. We want to have this spiral happening a little bit on both sides. One knee is reaching to the ceiling. The other knee is turning in. If it hurts and you need to drop that knee, then go ahead. But ideally, we're getting this both legs towards each other, but one is doing it more. Letting that massage out your hips and lower back. Good. And then let's reach our legs out. More sort of Pilates, but slightly different. We're going to do a roll up. If you need to bend your knees by all means. If you can do this with straight legs, then bravo. It's slightly different when we get to the top. We're going to roll, coming forward like the Walking Dead zombie move. Then you're going to reach out, scoop, and lift up to the heavens. Arch, look up, come into vertical in your spine, roll it down. Inhale, arms over your head. Exhale, fingers to your toes, reaching forward, dive forward, out and up, lift and lengthen. Come in, roll it down. Inhale, arms over your head. Exhale, peeling off the floor, vertebra by vertebra, diving forward. Scoop out, lift, look up, arch. Have that moment of transcendence, and then come back into the vertical, roll it down. Inhale, open, exhale, diving forward. Reach, scoop, and lift. Chest, lungs, heart to the ceiling. Come back into vertical, roll it down. Last one. Diving forward. Stretch it out. Lift, arch, open, exhale, roll it down. And then for everyone's favorite, we're going to do get up and get down in any way that you want to. You can use your hands, you can use the chair, the table, the walls. get all the way up, and come all the way back down, preferably changing your strategies every time you do it. And Linda has this other way of doing it, which is great. Try doing it with taking out one limb, right? Can you get down without using one leg? Can you get up without using one leg? Can you do it without one of your hands, right? Try different ways. If this is kind of more advanced, you might need to have everything working. So it's really up to you to find your way through, right? But those are just fun things to play with. If you've got it, then start to find a lot of different ways. Get all the way up, take it all the way down, right? There's so many ways that this can be done. You can come down the front. Be playful or use whatever you need to do to get there, right? Take as long as it takes to get down to the floor. We'll do it like a couple more times. If you hate this part, learn to embrace it, right? Whatever you whatever you don't want to do is probably the thing that you should be doing a little bit more of. Not always, but sometimes. Like if you're super flexible, you might want to do more strength training. If you're super strong, you might want to do more flexibility training or agility movement. All right. That's it. Forearm plank. Come into your forearm plank. One knee to the floor at a time, parallel. Going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Take it down. Bend your knees. Windshield wipers with the legs. Wagging your big bushy tail. Happy dog tail. Breathe. And then taking your hands next to your chest, we're going to do a baby cobra with a circle. So head circle, ear to your shoulder, coming up, ear to the other shoulder, head to the floor. Make these as big or small as feels good in your body. We're just going to do 3 or 4 in each direction. Change direction after you've done 3 or 4. Good. Let's come all the way up. Bend your knees, try to touch your toes to your head, and then bring it back down. That's just an option. You may want to stop here, but if you can, go for that bend. It's going to stretch the front line of your fascia, stretching your quads, opening the front of your pelvis. Like this is kind of the opposite of sitting in a chair, right? So we want to make sure that we are getting some recuperative movement from all the sitting that pretty much everyone does. If you don't do too much sitting, then bravo for you. Let's take it into a child's pose. I move a lot. I still do too much sitting. Let's wiggle around. Soften the spine. Free flow your body. Take it up, hands slightly in front of you, circles with your hips down to the floor. Reach it out with your tail. Breathing. Push, push with the back of the body, push with the upper body, push with the lower body, push with the upper body. Change direction, circling with the hips. Hips and shoulders. Love that circular movement. Ball and socket joints. So when we're doing those types of circles, we're working with the integrity of the bone in the joint, like of our femur head in the hip socket. If we move fluidly, sometimes with weight, right, in diverse ways, we're more likely to have stronger, healthier bones. So we got to move. We got to use our weight. We've got to maybe lift weights. We've got to do diverse things with our body. All right, we are going to take our knee behind us, carry it to the side, and drop it down. Knee out and up and down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll do 2 more. 7, 8. Same thing on the other side. Circular fire hydrants. 1, 2, 3. Really get it up as high as you can. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Take it to a downward dog. Bend one knee, bend the other. Let your hips dip one side and then the other. Lift your heels high, scoop your belly in, round your spine, roll it forward into a plank. Drop your head, push with your arms, roll it up to the ceiling, lower your heels. Heels high, belly in, round your spine, roll it forward, rolling wave. Find your plank, drop your head, push, roll it up to the ceiling, lower your heels. Heels high, scoop your belly in, roll it forward, find your plank, drop your head, push, roll it to the ceiling and lower. Heels high, scoop, roll it forward and find it. Drop your head, push, roll it up, lower your heels, take your knees down. We're going to come to our forearms. So quadruped on the forearms. Push your weight into your forearms, flatten out your hands, and then push into the floor as you open and close. This movement is the bones of your forearm opening out and then crossing over. So the radius crosses over the ulna when we do that. And we're just massaging that tissue in our forearm and in our wrist. We're going to come in, curl it up to a fist, push it down, take it up, flex your hand, drop it down, roll it over, fingertips curl up, take it down, shift, hands up, down, roll, curl, down, roll, stop, down, roll, curl, down, stop. Last one. Good. And relax. Let that go. Shake it out. I have absolutely no idea what time it is. Okay, we're doing good. We're just going to do a little bit of hip stretching and then we're going to end it. So sitting on your butt or laying on your back. It's your body. You may have hip stretches that really work or maybe not. Try this one. If not, we're going to do ankle to knee pose. Ankle over your knee. Ideally, your other ankle is directly below this knee. So you're like parallel, stacked. If that's too much, lay on your back, do one of these, figure 4, anything that works for you. Take it down, breathe, surrender, soften. Feel like you're breathing into every cell in your body. Imagine deep cellular breathing. So for the people who have shown up and made it this far through who are new to my channel, I recommend that you repeat some of these classes more than once. Then you'll sort of get the way that I flow. If you're a movement genius and you come in and it's easy and you can follow along no problem, then you don't need to repeat. But for people who are like, oh, what's going on? Repeat it, learn it, cross it to the other side. Repetition, we learn so well. And if you did each class 3 times, you'd be like, oh, okay. And you would also see a change in your strength and flexibility, probably in a very short time. Take it down. Breathe. Agility, liveliness. Maybe not, but maybe. Breathe. Big breathing. Good. And then come up, unscramble, bang it out, rotate in and out. Oh, and I have a A little advertisement. I am teaching movement on Michael Taft's Mount Madonna retreat in June. It's June 7th through 14th. It's a non-dual meditation retreat. You can find Michael Taft also here on the YouTubes. And yeah, I teach an hour of movement every day. And he does a bunch of very non-dogmatic meditation teaching. All right, let's breathe. Inhale, open it up. Let's go for the 6 counts. Going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale down. 2. Feel your body. Stay present with yourself. Stay present in sensation. Exhale down. 2, 3, 4. Let go of whatever you need to let go of. Last one up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this one, just shake and shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Let it go. Shake, shake, shake. Give your bones the information to get stronger, a little bouncy, trouncy, hydrating tissue, mobilizing. Right? Everyone talks about I don't know if everyone talks about it, but a lot of people that I know talk about the biotensegrity system of the fascia, right? Which loves to get that movement in different dimensions and also that kind of bouncing. It's telling our tissues how to form. Like our movement informs our development, our growth, our shape. Yeah. So somebody, I think Tara Steppenberg, who's another Laban person, says we are patterns of movement in formation, of movement information. We are patterns of movement in formation. So yeah, if you made it this far, you win the prize. What is the prize? It is the happy body mind system that made it this far. Oh. Jerome Lee says, thank you so much. Your body movements helped me a lot over the years. My favorite is when you do the Tarzan thymus thump. It really makes my day. Thank you, Jerome. Makes my day too. All right, ending the live stream.